This is a view of downtown Jacksonville, facing approximately southeast, and it's overlooking the St. Johns River. I thought this might be a nice contrast to what I hope we're about to see in the darkened core of our computer room near the center of the building. There, our computers are waiting in a shutdown mode due to power testing in the building, and they were shut down last night by a controlled CPU. And in a moment, we'll go take a look and see if we can get a successful, smooth restart of these systems, 8 multi-user microprocessors. Hello, I'm John Leynes, and I'm the Computer Systems Administrator for a group of about 60 engineering employees. This tape provides practical information about power conditioning and power protection control for computers. We're using 8 of the Fortune Systems Corporation 3216 microcomputers running the 4Pro multi-user operating system. Fortune and 4Pro are trademarks of the Fortune Systems Corporation. The Fortune 3216s use the MC68000 series Motorola microprocessor units. MC68000 is a trademark of Motorola. Fortune's 4Pro is a version of the widely used Unix operating system, and Unix is a trademark of the American Telephone and Telegraph Company. All of our Fortune computers are AC powered through 1,000-watt uninterruptible power supplies. The UPS units used for this installation are the M1000 series, made by Best Power Technology Company of Necedah, Wisconsin. These UPS units are equipped with RS-232 serial ports, which permit control of the UPS from the computer itself. In this case, all UPSs are connected to one CPU, which is left on and protected by a separate supply. All of the CPUs were shut down by normal commands, but still have their power switches turned on. Then, from the single control computer, all of the UPS units were set to the off mode, turning the CPU power off. And now, what should happen is by a control CPU again, each of the other CPUs at 5-second intervals should return to online status. Let's go to the computer room and try it. This is the single control computer, which is connected to all of the power supplies for the other computers in this installation. It's left on and has its own power supply, as you can see down here below, so that it attempts to stay up all the time to enable the control functions. There are approximately 8 computers in here with expansion cabinets and external disk drives, as you can see on some of these. The reason that the lighting is dim is so that we can more dramatically observe the effect of all the computer sites coming back up and all the nice modem lights and blinking red and green lights that make computers so much fun to work with. So we'll give you another quick look here at the systems in the back as they're sitting there waiting for the turn up, and everything is nice and quiet right now. So we'll pause for just a second and get them ready to go. To attempt to put the supplies from the off mode to the inverter mode so that there's not a large surge of current through the circuit breaker panels. All of this arose over testing of the building power and the transfer switches and breakers, so it provided a unique opportunity as well for us to test our systems. First, we'll try to put them in the inverter mode. We'll let you figure out which one is beeping, and after things begin to stabilize, we'll switch them over to the auto mode, and everything should be restored to the online condition at that point if all goes right. Let's see. Well, as you can hear, it started. Here goes the next systems, and there. And the rows in the back. and that seems to be all. We'll just let you take a look at some of this while we try to see if everything is coming up as it should. Well, there seemed to be one late starter, number 17, but it's coming up at last, and we'll continue with the turn-up here. All of the other systems at this point are back to log in, and everything seems to be fine. It seems as though all of the startups were successful. One power supply missed the command, and everything seems to have stabilized. So now we'll attempt to put them in the auto mode, which is the normal operating mode. The AC line from the wall will be cut through, and one by one the inverter alarms should silence on the units, and we're back to normal. Okay, all of those made it. They're all in the automatic mode, and after 20 seconds of continuing to run on the batteries, each of the units goes off the inverter and back to the normal operation. At this point, all the computers are back online, and with the exception of needing to set the date and time, these systems are fully available. And that concludes this part of the demonstration. We'll get the lights turned on in a minute and show you some more about the computers themselves. There, now that we've got the lights back on, we can see a little bit more about the installation. And really that's about it at this point for getting them all cranked back up. They're all turned up and in the online mode, and everything should be normal for work tomorrow morning. Now we'll take you back and let you take a little look at some of the connections behind one of them to see how they work to the group. As you can see, that's typical. There's plenty of wires involved with the computers and the terminals. These are the serial ports, the RS-232 serial ports on two of the computers that feed out the building cables in the floor to the terminals. And there's another CPU there with its connections on the rear panel. All of the modems and the console terminals and the plug-in power for the modems are also plugged through the uninterruptible power supplies that you can see down here. And should we have a power outage, all connections through the modem and processes should be protected. They're all pretty much set up the same way. We have 8 of them all together, and we'll just spin around here and let you take a look at them. There they all are with their expansion cabinets on the top and the console terminals here down below. So this concludes a quick look at Fortune computers and uninterruptible power supplies and microprocessor control. We hope to do more tapes like this in the future to teach you more about the systems, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you then. Bye.